stunning young lady in studio with us. A remarkable individual who embodies the spirit of creativity, leadership, and social advocacy. She goes by Nell Botshelo Malaga, a huge talent with a background in dramatic arts, currently pursuing law studies and working as an assistant director at a Black Brain Productions. How are you, Nell?
I'm great, thank
I
you.
did justice to that.
You did. You just left out one name.
Three. The biggest one, actually.
No, Wotila Awakwe. So my initials are NBA.
Okay.
Yes, I write on that.
I love that. I love that. And also you have, a diverse experience with, from performing on radio, doing radio presenting as well, and a passion for education and child development. And you are also the one that I forgot more than anything, a semi-finalist in the prestigious Miss Intercontinental pageant.
Yes, I am.
I love that for you. So I think we've mentioned quite a lot, and this is the part that I love to know more than anything before we go anywhere. Who are you? Where did you grow up? What's your background?
Wow, my background is very colorful, if I can say.
Okay.
I am from Katlehong, but I'm also from Centurion.
So you what the bird?
You know what I mean.
Okay,
I've got a bit of both. I spent, I think, the first 8 years of my upbringing in Katlehong, and then in grade 3 I moved to Centurion, and that's where I stayed until the end of my matric. And then I moved to Wits.
Okay.
Right, and then I was a Brom baby for 4 years, and now I'm back at the East in Katlehong. So that's what my upbringing looks like. Moyana wago guys feeling Moyana wago di bibs.
It's a nice combination.
I'm a nice combination of the two. Yeah.
You're also a semi-finalist in Miss Continental, right? Intercontinental.
Yes, ma'am.
Can you tell us more about it? What is it about? What is this pageant?
What is this pageant? So Miss Intercontinental is essentially a platform that allows women to be empowered, right? So right now the focus is Miss Intercontinental South Africa, and one of our core values at Miss Intercontinental SA is service above self. So essentially the platform is just to empower young South African women to become true ambassadors of the country, but also to find all of those beautiful skills inside themselves to become the woman that they can be, As I said earlier, one of our core values for the pageant is service above self, and I think one of the things that they are teaching us is to be of service to the country, and being an ambassador of the country, and essentially just also finding your inner woman power. You know what I mean?
Love that.
Yeah, so essentially that's what we're focusing on.
Okay, speaking of service, I know what being anyone, the pageantry world in itself, and it requires a lot. It requires you to be involved in certain projects, certain initiatives. What are you currently doing outside of that?
What am I currently doing outside of?
In terms of the projects they come with being, Miss Semi-Finalist and Intercontinental.
Yes. So what am I doing outside of that on my own?
No, as in like.
Sorry, please rephrase the question.
We're gonna come back to that.
Okay.
So I want to know you normally find I'm part of this charity organization. I'm part of this. I'm doing this and that. So what projects are you currently doing? Are there any?
Yes, actually. So my mother and I, we have our own little organization at home. I don't want to call it little, actually. It's not little. It's actually it's not little. We teach the children in our community English, right? So we offer English classes after schools on a weekly basis throughout the week. And last year, around June, July, actually, we're just about to hit a year, we started incorporating ballet classes. So I'm a classically trained ballet dancer, and last year during my time of unemployment, I figured why not share the skill, and also keep busy, because when you're in that space of unemployment it can get very frustrating. So I started offering classes to the kids as well, and I think that has become a very big part of what we do by giving back to the community. So yeah, mine is to empower children, child development, and right now the focus is through English language classes and ballet as an extracurricular activity.
Very commendable. Giving back to the community, I love that. Speaking of ballet training and classes that you give, can you share maybe a memorable moment from tutoring that you've experienced so far?
Okay, so the first thing is that the children that I am teaching right now are They're so amazing, because I don't think a lot of them even thought that ballet is something that they could have access to because of their current situations. Things like ballet don't necessarily exist in the hood,
To be honest.
in the townships. We don't have that. So introducing this to them has, I don't know, that it sparked a light in them that I think they didn't even know they had. So watching them transition from only knowing amapiano and hip hop to focusing when we're playing classical music, and they even know something that is completely different. I mean, it was a bit of a tough transition, because they were just like, what is this? And they were very keen because they're kids. But I think it took a bit of a while for some of them to adjust because it was so foreign to them. But after some training, they got it. And I think for me, it's not even just one memorable moment, it's the continuous memory of coming to class with them, and at some point I just realized they can do the work on their own. Like, I just play the music and they know what to do.
They
learn.
The kids learn a lot quicker than
They do. So for me, that's been very amazing. They dance in socks. We don't even have ballet shoes. I don't even wear my ballet shoes because I don't want to create that separation, So we dance.
Like
Yes, it must feel like we're all the same. So we dance in our socks with my speaker, with chairs because we don't have bars yet. But it's so magical. It feels like an actual ballet studio, and I love it for them and I love it for myself.
Wow, I love this journey for you. And earlier on, we spoke about you being a lady who studies as well.
Yes.
Someone who works as well.
Yes.
And you're into pageantry.
Yes.
That has to be a lot.
It is.
How do you balance that?
Oh my goodness, I am always tired.
I'm sure.
I am so fatigued right now, but I am very grateful for the busyness, because as I mentioned earlier, last year I had lost my job. So I sat for a while with very little to do, and it became very frustrating. And I think now that I've got a couple of things happening for me, I feel like myself again, because if I look back at the type of child I was a child who was very, very busy everywhere. I had a hand in every activity at school.
You're very handy.
Yes, I'm very handy. So right now, as fatigued as I am, as tired as I am feeling like myself again. So I think the balance for me comes mentally with saying to myself, okay, no, I understand that the body is tired, but you are doing what you've been wanting to do. So we just have to keep going. You just keep pushing, but obviously you need to rest. You need to rest. I prioritize my sleep.
I'm big on that.
I prioritize my sleep. Yeah, no. You can't be a girl boss 24/7 because you're gonna crash.
True.
And then who's gonna girl boss for you once you've crashed? So definitely rest. I prioritize rest as well.
I love that. I always say the body does not need your permission. Like, it'll shut itself down. If it feels like you're freaking, now I'm overworked, like, it'll do its thing.
100%.
So I love that you're prioritizing rest as well. Going back to pageants, right?
Yes.
What will winning this pageant mean to you? And, is there any way we can help you take the crown?
Wow.
This being one of them as well.
Oh, wow. Okay. So I think first and foremost, entering this competition for me has brought back a sense of confidence that I had lost a while ago. It's very deep, because I've taken a long break from pageantry. I haven't entered a pageant since high school. It's been almost 10 years. And I think during that time, I kind of decided to be in the shadows and not necessarily put myself out there as much as I used to when I was in school still. So I think entering the pageant now has more than anything been for me and finding my self-confidence, which I think I'm doing a really good job at right now. I'm very proud of myself. So I think winning the crown would... It's not just about the glitz and the glamour, if I can say, you know what I mean?
We see the things on the surface,
yeah, like
it's
it's not just,
that,
it's so much deeper than that. Like winning the crown would be a great milestone for me because I could say to myself, you did it, you did it and you went all the way through. But even if I don't win the crown, I'd still be very proud of myself for where I am and the work that I've been able to do. Because one thing that Miss Intercontinental has shown me is that I actually can do what I want to do.
Definitely.
Right now, we are working on very strict deadlines, right? And some of the things are things that I've been wanting to do on my own, like with the programs that I do with the children. But now that I'm doing this work, there are deadlines, so I have to move a lot quicker. So I'm realizing myself, you actually can move a lot quicker. You actually can do this, So yeah, winning the crown would also just be a I think if I think about the kids that I have in my life, it would be a very big eye opener for them. You know, representation is something that is very important, and it can be taken for granted. But for children in your community to see someone do something that they thought is out of reach, for them it feels like I can do this too.
Of course.
You know, and if I can instill that, if I can just show them that it's possible for them, I've won. I've definitely won.
And it goes, you know, when they see it physically,
100%.
it goes a long way. And I love the fact that you find fulfillment in what you do. It's not just about the crown.
Yeah.
I love that. Now, before we let you go, Neo, you know, how do we follow your journey? Where do we follow you?
You follow me on my socials.
Of course.
So, like I said, like I said to you, I used to be in the shadows. I didn't really post much on socials. I didn't really participate, but the pageant has me posting every day. So you can catch me on Instagram. I'm very active on Instagram and on TikTok as well as Facebook. Instagram and TikTok, my handle is at NBA Malaka, and Facebook is Neo Nene Malaka.
Okay, so Facebook is Neo Nene Malaka. IG and TikTok it's at MBA.
NBA.
NBA. Oh my word. Those are her initials. But
Yes.
NBA Malaka on Instagram and TikTok as well. Miss Semi-Finalist and Miss Intercontinental, so definitely follow her journey on that one. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me,
And I wish you
Tumelo.
all the best.
Thank you
going
so
forward.
much. I will be back.
Of course, we love with the crown. Definitely, I love that. It is a drive-through here on Pheli FM 95.0. Definitely stay tuned for more. We just had hashtag Top Pheli. Let us know, what do you think? How do you feel about it?
Thank you. That was so nice. It was. I enjoyed it.
I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Wow.
Some pictures and all.
Yes, please. I'd love to take pictures.